Good afternoon, children.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Last class, we discussed about reproductive health and the different factors essential to maintain reproductive health. Who is remembering the different factors that we discussed? What all points we discussed? To maintain reproductive health, we learned that a few factors are important. Who will tell me?
Balanced diet.
Balanced diet. Then, only balanced diet?
Yes, ma'am.
Only that, Isha?
Ma'am,
Ah.
iron,
That means it is included in balanced diet. You should take in all the nutrients, or you should take in food containing all the nutrients in correct proportions and adequate quantities. Apart from the food, you need to maintain. Nobody is remembering? Adikesh? Ah. Huh?
Avoid junk food.
All that come under balanced diet. When you say you should take in balanced diet, all that points are included. Eating iron-rich food, avoiding junk food. But we discussed about a few more points.
only
Yes,
balanced diet.
yes, Isha.
Ma'am, we covered only balanced diet.
Only that about exercise and all I did not mention.
No, ma'am.
That
Ma'am.
okay. Maybe in class 8B, I had completed all that. Okay, now we will proceed to the remaining points. So balanced diet, I hope all have understood its significance. And somebody was saying that we should eat iron-rich food. Who can tell me the reason? Why should we take in iron-rich food? Fadil, why it is necessary the teenagers should take in iron-rich food? Any reason, Fadil?
Ma'am.
It's essential for what?
Blood.
For the formation of
Red blood cells.
red blood cells. For forming red blood cells, your body needs sufficient amount of iron. That is why you are advised to take iron-rich food items. Okay. Now we will see the remaining points. So before I next important point that we need to take care is taking physical exercise, walking, exercising, playing outdoor games. All these are very, very important to keep your body fit and healthy. Taking walk or exercising, any sort of exercise, or even practicing yoga, and then playing outdoor games. Earlier, outdoor games, we can see children getting involved in different outdoor games. But now we all prefer, not only during the corona time, earlier also we have noticed that children are more fond of playing indoor games, mobile games, video games. So they don't play outside. So the advantage of playing outdoor games is your body is getting exercise. You run, you jump, you're getting some exercise to your body, and you are breathing in fresh air. But nowadays, children, they shut themselves inside a room and they are addicted to mobile games or video games or watching movies, and this will not give any exercise to your body. So it is very important that in between, I'm not saying that you should not play any indoor games. You can, but at the same time you should play some outdoor games also, because it's a sort of physical exercise. It gives exercise which makes your body and mind fit and healthy. Then, next point, saying no to drugs. There are many addictive drugs available, and in teenagers or those children who are in the adolescent age, they don't think much before starting a habit. When you get compelled, when your friends are compelling, or when somebody is so much persuading you to, or compelling or prompting you to do something, you might do it. But not even once you should try out all these drugs. Like smoking also comes under this. Just for fun, your friends might ask you to smoke at least for once, or drink alcohol for once, or even there are different other addictive drugs. So we call it addictive drugs because once you take it, you will have an addiction towards it. Means you will feel like having it very often. Then uh, without that drugs, you won't be able to survive. You cannot lead a normal life without taking these drugs. You will soon reach such a situation. So not even once you should try out these. When your friends are compelling you, or whoever is compelling you, you should have the willpower to say no. When you say no to drugs, you are saying yes to life, yes to health, yes to happiness. So that no, when you say, nothing to worry about. Don't think that my friends will feel bad, they'll break the friendship. Forget about it. You don't have to worry about all those. The prime importance should be your health. Your friends might compel you to have any of these, but not even for once try out it, because once you start it for just for a jog, you might get addicted to that. So during adolescence, one can easily get influenced and carried away by negative stimulations. So people can encourage you to do all these, but never agree to all that. When I already told you, by the time you reach puberty stage, you have a feeling that you've grown up, and smoking, drinking, using drugs and all, you might think that, like, especially boys, they might think that it's a mark of manliness. So I have become a man, or I've become a gent, so I can try out all these. But never ever try it out, how much ever compulsions are there, because these drugs are addictive. Once you taste it, you will become addicted to that forever. So you need to have a strong willpower. When you are tempted, you should be able to resist that temptations, and you should very boldly say no to drugs. So as I told you, when you say no to drugs, you are saying yes to life, yes to health and happiness. Addiction to drugs will destroy one's health and happiness. So if you care more for your health and happiness, happiness of your family, happiness of all those who like you, all those who love you, you should always say no to drugs. Personal hygiene. That is another aspect very important for maintaining reproductive health. You need to maintain personal hygiene. How to maintain personal hygiene? Can some of you say, how do you maintain personal hygiene?
Bathing
Washing
and
hands.
Bathing, then
Washing
Brushing.
hands.
yes,
Ma'am, brushing.
brushing, then that's it. Bathing, how many times? At least once every day you should take bath, and brush twice a day. Or some have the habit of brushing after every meal. And you should always brush your teeth at least twice, bath at least once, so that you can maintain personal hygiene. So cleanliness of your body is also very, very important. Taking bath at least once every day is very important to maintain proper hygiene, because we already learned that during this period, your sweat and sebaceous glands will be very active. Their secretions will be more. They secrete more sweat, more sebum. Sebum means oil. So all these secretions will be there in your body along with the dust and dirt. These will stick to your body. These can block the pores in your skin. So it is very important that you maintain proper cleanliness by taking bath at least once every day. Then, if you don't take proper bath or brush your teeth regularly, that means if you're not giving proper attention to personal hygiene, it can lead to different infections. Bacterial infections can be there when you don't maintain proper hygiene. And both boys and girls, they have to be careful about their personal hygiene. But girls, during their menstrual time, or you know that at the time of puberty or at the onset of puberty, girls start their menstrual cycle. So during those time, during the menstrual period, girls have to be more careful about personal cleanliness. So if you don't maintain, if you don't take care of hygiene at that time, that can lead to infections. So you have to be very careful. Always we have to be careful, but during the menstrual period an extra care should be taken. Okay. Then next we are going to learn about a disease caused by the virus human immunodeficiency virus or HIV. Have you heard about this virus? Yes or no?
No, ma'am.
No, ma'am.
No. Have you heard about AIDS? The disease AIDS?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So AIDS, the expansion of AIDS is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome. So this particular virus, HIV, that is human immunodeficiency virus, causes the disease AIDS. Okay. And when you write AIDS, you should not write it in small letters. Aid means help. So when you write it in small letters, the meaning becomes different. So you have to write all the alphabets in capital letters. And AIDS is a very dangerous disease. Till date, we haven't found out any cure for this particular disease. We can extend the lifespan of the people. We can make them lead a better life, but complete cure of this disease till date, it has not been found out. We have not found any medicine to cure this particular disease. So we have to take proper precautions to protect ourselves from this particular disease, and it is caused by the virus HIV. HIV also, all the alphabets you should write in capital letters. Human immunodeficiency virus. As the name suggests, immunodeficiency or acquired immunodeficiency. Can you tell me how this disease is affecting us? Which system is affected? Anybody?
When we don't have immunity.
Ah, very good. Your immunity power will be affected. It's because of your immunity that you can defend yourself from infections and protect yourself from diseases. See, every time a disease causing organism is entering your body, you are not getting the disease. Many times it will go unnoticed. Why? Because your immunity or your immune system is working against it and defeating these germs, and disease is not getting expressed. But when your immunity power is becoming less day by day, what will happen? Lynette, what will happen if your immunity power becomes less?
We will cause disease.
Not we will cause, we will get diseases.
Diseases.
So we will be affected by diseases very soon. We are not having any power to resist the diseases. So it's very dangerous situation. See, you can see the picture of HIV very similar to coronavirus, isn't it? Majority of the viruses are having this particular structure. Till date, there is no cure. We have not found out any cure for this disease till date. Prevention is the only way. So we can, you should know what are the different ways by means of which you can prevent the diseases. So protect yourself from diseases, because cure is not possible, because there is no curative medicine till date. And to prevent this disease, you should know how this disease is caused. What are the different ways by means of which this disease is caused? Now here we'll see some of the ways by means of which this disease is caused. First one, sexual contact with the affected person. When there is a sexual contact with the person having AIDS, the other person might get the disease. Then, through infected needles or syringes, you know that in hospitals earlier during my childhood time, a single syringe used to be there, single or a few syringes will be there, and in the clinic they'll be boiling water always. There'll be a device for boiling water always, and the syringe, after using it on one person, they'll keep it in this boiling water and keep on sterilizing it. Once they will use on one person, then they will sterilize and reuse. But nowadays that practice is not there, because we have disposable syringes, single use syringes. Once we will use and then it will be discarded. That is to maintain or ensure the safety of the people who are using it. And if you use the same needles again and again, because after injecting into one person's body, there blood in that syringes. So through these syringes or through the infected needles used on HIV person, it can spread to other people. So same needles or same syringes should not be used for many people or two different people, because through the needles also these disease causing germs can get transmitted. Then from mother to unborn child. Okay, from mother to unborn child means, for example, a lady is an HIV patient or she is having AIDS, and the child in her womb can get affected. That also, it's not 100% sure that the child will get it. There are chances, there are possibilities that the child in her womb also gets, because the mother of the the blood of the mother and the child in the womb can get mixed up. So in that way, there is a chance that the baby in the womb will get the disease. But still, we cannot say that 100% surely the child in the womb will get the disease. But there are chances, there are possibilities. So from the mother to the unborn child. And one more method is there by means of which the disease spreads, that is by breastfeeding. When the infected mother feeds the child, breastfeeds the child might get through the breast milk. Okay, so these are the 4 different ways by means of which the disease will spread to other people. Okay, and some people think that through mosquito bites or by sharing the same room or playing with them, hugging them, in all these ways you will get the disease. You will never get AIDS or HIV in these ways. Only through sexual contact, using infected needles from the infected mother to the child, through breastfeeding, the disease spreads. Other than that, just by shaking hands with them or hugging them or eating from the same plate or sharing the same room, sitting along with them, in all those ways the disease will not spread. Is that clear? So I'll repeat once again. We learned about the disease. Which disease? Which is the disease, children?
AIDS.
AIDS. The name of the disease is AIDS. Expansion is acquired immunodeficiency syndrome, and this is caused by the virus HIV, human immunodeficiency virus. And as the name suggests, from both the names of the disease as well as the virus, you will get an idea the system it is affecting, that is your immune system. This virus will affect your immune system, and day by day your immunity power becomes lesser and lesser. Then so far we haven't found out any medicine to cure this disease. So the only way is to prevent the disease. Once we get the disease, there is no cure. But our scientists have succeeded in finding out some medicines by means of which you can extend their lifespan and they can lead a better life. Okay, but cure is not possible. We cannot completely cure the disease. So prevention only is the method to keep away from this dangerous disease. And to prevent the disease, you should know how this disease is spreading. So there are different ways in which it will get transferred from one person to another. 4 methods I said. The first method is by sexual contact, through sexual contact with the affected person. Second point, through infected needles or syringes. Third point, from the infected mother to the child in a womb, to the unborn child. Okay, and the fourth method is through breastfeeding. When the infected mother feeds the child through the breast milk, it can spread. Any doubt, children?
Ma'am,
Ah,
can be transmitted by mosquitoes.
no. It cannot be transmitted through mosquito bites. The mosquito cannot transfer that much amount of blood to cause the infection. So mosquitoes cannot spread the disease. Okay, through mosquito bite, this disease will not spread. If that was the case, many people would have got affected. Any other doubts? Any other doubts?
No, ma'am.
Yes, Lakshmi?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So with that,
Ma'am, ma'am,
yes.
ma'am,
Ah,
ma'am, is there any symptoms for this AIDS?
symptoms day by day, as such we don't have symptom because it's not affecting the organs through where it is entering. Maybe when you go for several years, maybe there won't be any sign at all. Maybe when you go for a blood checkup, or you want to donate blood, so that time when your blood is taken, accidentally you will come to know. Other than that, no prominent symptoms will appear for several years. And mainly it is affecting your immunity power. That means normally when you get a common cold, within 1 week or 7 days, you will gradually recover. But in these people, even a minor infection can become in the most aggravated condition. So common cold can gradually develop into bronchitis, some severe lung infection, because their immunity power is very less, getting diminished day by day. So something like that, when you note, then only you will understand such a disease is there. And another thing what you notice is their body becomes very weak. Gradually they become very thin, their body becomes very weak, tiredness. And for several years this disease will go unnoticed because such prominent symptoms won't be there. So if the person feels, a particular person is having a feeling that there are chances that this virus might have got inside my body, maybe I have used some infected needle or had sexual contact with a deceased a person who was having this disease, then if he goes for a checkup, maybe we'll come to know the disease or diagnose the disease a little earlier. Symptoms will appear very late after the virus has entered your body. Maybe casually, when we go for a blood checkup only, we will come to know, maybe for blood donation or for the treatment of some other disease, accidentally we'll come to know. Okay. The most important thing that happens in their body is that even a minor infection will not get cured fast, because in our body means once you get an infection, your body's immune system will help us to recover from that particular disease. But in these people, since the immunity power is very less, instead of recovering from the disease can take some worsened form. Okay, got it?
Yes, ma'am.
So hope you have understood. Now tell me, which virus causes AIDS? Vaishnavi, which virus causes AIDS? Hmm. I'm not able to hear you, child. Ah, now try again.
Ma'am, HIV virus.
HIV. What is the expansion of HIV?
Human
Ah,
immunodeficiency.
human immunodeficiency virus. And what are the different ways in which this disease spreads from one person to another? Tom, tell me one point. Any one point.
And through sexual contact.
Through sexual contact with the affected person. Nivedya's point number 2.
And through an infected needle.
Through infected needles. Then point number 3, Lynette.
From an infected mother to an unborn baby.
From infected mother to unborn baby. One more point we discussed, Nandana.
Ma'am, through mother's milk.
Through mother's milk or by breastfeeding also, this disease can spread to the child. Okay, and as I told you, there is no cure for the disease. Prevention is the only method. And children, with that, we have completed the syllabus for this year. Okay, we have completed the entire syllabus, and the notes of this chapter I'll forward within 1 or 2 days, and we'll be starting revision from next class onwards. Okay, any doubt? Any clarification needed in any of the topics? Okay, you tell me from where to start the revision, from the beginning or from the last chapter? How do you want it to be done? Thinking? Is there anyone thinking that we don't want any revision at all? If you
Ma'am,
don't
which all
learn
chapters
thoroughly,
are there for term 2?
term 2, as of now, you will have all the chapters. If there is any change, I will let you know. Term 2 means it is your annual exam. So all the chapters will be there. And in case if there are any deletions, if I come to know, I'll immediately inform you.
And
Okay.
for every subject.
Yes. For every subject. If there is any change, I will let you know by next class. Okay. And so it is better to start from the back, I think. Isn't it? From the last chapter. Or you want reproduction in organisms first? First chapter, that is agriculture, we had enough. Test was there. You had revised earlier. Second chapter, microorganisms also, I think you are thorough. Yes or no? You respond.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. What about cell? 3 options are there. Either cell or reaching the age of adolescence, or you want reproduction? Tell me.
Cell.
Cell.
This chapter.
Oh,
This chapter.
this chapter. Monday I think we will have a class. So within 2 days you will be able to complete it. Chapter is very simple. Or the previous chapter. How many of you want reproduction to be revised next class? Raise your hands. Let me see how many are there. Nobody wants. Raise your hands. Just show like this. I'm not asking for the icon. Just show your hand like this. Nobody wants. This chapter? Only one. What about others? You don't want any revision?
Cell.
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 Don't want to learn anything new? Okay. So, cell, how many of you want? Henin, which chapter you want, Henin? Henin, which chapter revision you want? Henin is thinking, should I say some chapter? Which chapter? You remember the names of the chapters, Henin? Tell me fast, which chapter? Cell, reproduction, or reaching the age of adolescence?
Cell reproduction.
Cell reproduction, I'll give. Okay. So agreed. I'll repeat it once again. Coming Monday, today is Friday, no? Monday you will have cell structure and functions. Wednesday, and in case if any of these days biology class is not there, so it will be on the next day. Okay. Wednesday, how do organisms reproduce? Sorry, reproduction in organisms. And on next Friday, this chapter, reaching the age of adolescence. So note it down somewhere. Even if I don't send a reminder, you have to come prepared. Agreed?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So thank you, children. Come prepared for revision next class. Chapter will be, which is chapter?
Cell structure.
Cell structure and functions. Okay, thank you, children.
Thank